And a very big thank you to the RRG Group, who are my latest sponsor and will be throughout the season, going home and away all over Europe, the FA Cup, of course the Carabao Cup as well, and in the Premier League. Thanks for your support, guys.
Race for kick out, and that is just really fantastic.
I can't deny that as I travel around the country, I am always drawn a little bit to statues outside grounds, and this trio are brand new here at Ederson Park. Two of them former City managers, Alan Ball and Howard Kendall, and Colin Harvey's the other one. And all around the ground here there are statues as well. Dixie Dean is at the other end of the ground. So they obviously like the statues around here. As far as City are concerned, at the moment there isn't really one, is there? Though there's talk of a sculpture of Vincent Kompany. But I wonder whether there'll be a few of them as time goes by outside the Etihad as well. And then of course it's on to the game. Is City going to come here and keep up the pressure on Liverpool, who won again before this game at Sheffield United, against Everton, their big rivals? Let's see how people are feeling ahead of this one.
I've been here before years ago with a mate who's an Everton fan, I think, so obviously sat in the home end, but just saying to my lad how completely different it is in the modern stadiums. Obviously houses literally touching the stadium pretty much, so yeah, completely different, but it's good as well. It's like a community feel, so it feels good.
And you've got a slightly cheaper option on food as well,
Absolutely, yes, literally cheap as chips. Yeah, obviously it's Alan Ball, Kendall, obviously City links. Kendall's a great manager for City, a bit before my time, a little bit more, but still a good reputation and stuff like that. I think it's each corner of the stadium as well. There's obviously Dixie Dean up at the top. Again, telling my lad how great a player he is, still holds all the records, I think.
So City are going to build a sculpture to Vincent Kompany.
Yeah.
Would you want that to be then?
I think maybe up the strip, from the car park near the store, I think there, and as people walk up towards it. Personally think they should have an Aguero one as well, probably near that family stand end where he scored that goal as well one day. But yeah, I mean it's going to be difficult deciding who gets a statue and who doesn't, isn't it really?
Too many of them.
Absolutely, yeah.
What do you reckon then? What's your first impression?
It looks good. It's a different experience.
Your first away game, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you think today then? Who's going to win?
I think it'll be tough. I think we've got last couple of years we've done all right here, but over the years we've been a bit of a bogey team. I don't know, I still think we've got enough. They're not in great form. That could go either way, obviously, but I'd like to think once we get going, maybe 2-0, 3-0 maybe.
When it comes to connections between City and Everton, there are quite a few. Joe Mercer, of course, City's legendary manager, who drove City to success in the late 60s and early 70s. He, of course, was an Everton hero as well. Alan Ball, who has that statue outside the ground, and there are quite a few others as well. There's actually quite a lot of connections between City and Everton, isn't there?
There is, and there's a memorial place there of Alan Ball there, Howard Kendall, to name a few. Remember Paul Powers gutted that he went to Everton for about £65,000. From my knowledge, I've been told at least 30 players who have played for City and Everton. And if you look around this place, you see players like Adrian Heath, Peter Reid, Joe Royal, Terry Phelan, Mike Walsh, and we carry on, Gareth Barry. It's crazy.
Does that mean there's an affection between City and Everton?
Could be. It could be something. Even Brian Kidd. We saw Brian Kidd to Everton, didn't we? Which was which we could have, kept hold of him. So, yeah, you could say that. It's quite, amount of players what I played with, Richard Dunn. You could sort of
the list just goes on.
The list just goes on and on. Bobby Mims. I remember Mike Stowell on loan for us.
Yeah.
He come from Everton now. I think he's the goalkeeping coach at Leicester now. So, but yeah, it just goes on and on. Kevin Langley, when he come to loan for us, I remember he coming on loan and we signed him. But what Kevin Langley got that season was the championship medal as well. Even though he joined us on loan till the end of the season, he was still entitled to a championship medal with Everton when they won the league in '87. So it's crazy how many players, could just go through, get a pen and paper, be like all night writing all the connections down. It's good. It's good
today, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
condition with glaucoma, and I've got no peripheral vision whatsoever. I'm like a horse with blinkers on, really. So very frustrating, but I've got my dog and changed my life.
You had a great football career, not
Thank
least
you.
for Everton. Great winger as well. You look at somebody like Raheem Sterling and think,
A different type of player. He scores more goals than I used to, but a different type of player, really. I was more of a crosser of the ball, but Sterling's done very well. Really, give credit where it's due. The boys gone through a lot with the racial things, and he's come out a better player. Nothing. Guardiola's obviously got the best out of him. They're a top side. I just love watching them. But it'll be a hard game for them today, like all the others.
have Everton got a chance?
Yeah. You always have a chance in football, always. As you proved that a couple of weeks ago against Norwich, didn't you? It was a banker for them to win, but football doesn't work like that. And I've experienced where you think it does not work. So Everton will have to play top draw today, though, to beat them. They're a wonderful side, Man City. Amazing.
Good luck and good health.
Many thanks. Thanks for all your support. Thank you.
I think it'll be a tough match this evening, though, to be honest. Everton, they're not that bad, are they? We bought some good players, but I think it'll be a tough match.
I mean, they've been a bit of a thorn in City's side down the years, haven't they?
Yeah, a bit of a bogey team for us, yeah.
Last year, though, a lot of the Everton
We
fans
won
wanted
last year.
City to win. Do you think they will this year?
I think they will this year again, yeah, because we're 5 points behind, 8 points behind now. So I think they want us to win this year again.
I just got to say, this guy is one of the best stewards around. He does Liverpool and Everton. He's an absolute top fella, always pleasant, does his job well. Let's hope we win.
Thank you.
Is this true?
It is.
He's paying him later. No, thank you.
I'm going to pay him later.
What's it like doing Liverpool and Everton then?
It's good. It's good. It's both the same. We're both in the away end all the time.
Do you support anybody or are you neutral?
Liverpool.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. But I got trained here, and I like Everton as well.
Brilliant. Enjoy the game.
Thank you very much. I will do.
I like the old grounds, Ian. Proper traditional football ground. I know they're moving in a couple of years just down to where the wind farms are. My mate's just shown me, I've just been for a drink with the Everton fan, mate. Yeah, proper old ground this. Bit rickety, but that's football, isn't it? Get a bit of atmosphere here today, so yeah. The lads' first away game in the Premier League.
Looking forward to it?
Yeah.
What's the score going to be then?
5-0.
5-0 or just a modest 5-0?
Need
Are
to
you
win.
as confident?
After seeing Liverpool get that today, we can't afford to let any more points go, so we need to just get the result today. I know it's early doors and people say, well, we were 7 points behind at Christmas last year, but they look strong, Liverpool, this year, so only getting the results when they need it, so hopefully we can turn it on today. We know what we've got to do, and something, even if worst comes to the worst, I think we'll still be there or thereabouts near the end of the season. It's a long way to go yet, Ian, so all being well, we'll get the treble premiership.
17 Hamilton Rugby, 19 Junior.
Yeah, it's been really good. It's my first away game, and yeah, they've had a lot of possession. Jesus obviously scored the first goal. Everton have had one chance and scored. So yeah, I'm hoping the second half we convert more of the chances. And yeah.
Are you confident they're going to get the winners?
Yeah, definitely. They've got the possession or like the attacks. It's just need the end product.
Mara, it was brilliant today, brilliant atmosphere, great game.
I mean, that was City in the second half when they needed to.
They really came out in the second when they needed to do it. Liverpool did it yesterday, we did it again today. We're after them.
Who stood out for you today?
The keeper.
Keeper.
Fantastic saves. He must have made 3 or 4 brilliant saves.
I mean, that's the other side to Ederson, isn't it? I mean, we've seen him with his feet, but he really showed his cat-like abilities
on the line. A few times there, really brave.
Everton played fantastic in periods. I thought City were a little bit wasteful in periods, but overall, I think it was a fair result. I mean, we missed a couple of good chances. They missed a couple of good chances in the corners and what have you, set pieces, but I would say on we go.
Substitutions were made. it more or less become a formality to win the game. We just had we had a lot of quality over Everton overall, and it paid off in the end. The substitutions, bit of a shock to see Aguero and both Silvers on the bench at the start, but obviously we've got a lot of games to come.
Anybody stand out for you?
Gabriel Jesus, he up and down, yeah, and that's why he deserves his 90 minutes, yeah. For me, like, over Sterling wasted a few chances, but like Gabriel Jesus, for me, like, stood out.
Happy?
Yeah, well happy. Yeah.
Well, I think that win was tougher than it looked. 3-1 was a good scoreline. It took goal line technology to confirm that the ball had gone over the line from Raheem Sterling's shot. Before that, Riyad Mahrez with a great free kick. But City had to work hard for it. I thought Ederson was a real star man. I know he's highlighted by one of the fans after the game, but I thought he made a couple of wonderful saves, a real instinctive one that pushed it over the bar. And you might look back at the end of the season on this one, if City go on and clinch another title, and so this was as crucial as any game, any performance. It showed a lot of character. It showed players digging in when they had to do, and making sure that they got the team over the line for the 3 points. So onwards and upwards. Thanks very much for watching. I'll of course do the next vlog from the midweek game against Zagreb, and then of course the visit of Wolves before the international break. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. And as ever, a very big thank you to Hotclickmarketing, who can get your company to the top of Google searches. So give them a call. And thanks for your support, guys.